Before you watch the content, make sure you click the subscribe button. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Ervin Williams and I am the host of Interviews with the Elders. On today's episode, we're going to interview an amazing woman by the name of Virginia Smith, also known to people that love her as Aunt Tiny. Aunt Tiny has an amazing story of brilliance, of excellence, of hardship, but most importantly, of triumph. How she could have given up, but she did not. So I want you all to lean into that triumph part of the message. I want you all to understand what some of us and some people had to go through. So in this message, I want you to gain knowledge, but I also want you to gain wisdom about yourself and what you can endure and how you can overcome. This is Interviews with the Elders, and my name is Sir Ervin Williams. I think I'm going to entitle this episode, Who Gonna Check Me? Nobody. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Virginia Smith. I'm 68 years old. My mother was Ella Mae Anderson.
All right. So this is...
It was, how you say, it was to a certain extent, it was okay for as being with my brothers and my sisters and my mom. But, I had a hard time. I was molested from the age of 2. And I didn't get...
Take your time.
And they didn't find out about that I had been molested until I was 12 years old. I had an auntie, which was 18, my oldest auntie. She took me out to Homer G. Phillips Hospital because I was hurting real bad down there. And she took me out to the hospital and the doctors told her that somebody had been touching me. And I was so afraid of my stepfather that I told him it was some boy. But it wasn't no boy, it was him. And finally, I told the truth. I told my mama what her husband had been doing to me. And she killed him. She killed him because of it.
That
Made me stronger. I'm stronger.
Okay.
Can't nobody just come in and tell me no anything. And I look inside people's hearts. I look in their hearts, I look in their mind. I know what you thinking before you think it. That's me. Have no choice.
Yes,
I had to protect me. I even had to protect some of my family members. Some of my little girl cousins. I made sure men didn't bother them. I don't threaten a lot of men too. Stay out of their face. They ain't nothing babies. I done did all of that. I done been there. But for us having a good life, basically, after my stepfather was killed, basically I had a pretty good life. My mama, she went out of her way to try to make things better for me after he died, And she did. She pretty much did it. But you're going to always have that in your mind, in your heart. And when you hear about other people being raped and kids being raped, I can't stand it. It's just like something evil come over me. I go after whoever, messing with a kid. And I know you. I'm going after you.
Yes, ma'am.
So. But basically, I had a good life, I had brothers and sisters that I took care of when they was little. You know, I used to hate to see my sisters cry because a boy done hurt them, you know, hurt their heart. In the same way with some of my brothers. Even though I know some of them didn't have no business doing some of the stuff they did, they still my brothers. I still love them. But I don't sit around and pretend like I'm going to go along with everything they say and do, because I'm not. I'm not that type of person. Whatever I got to say to you about you, I'll tell you. You know, I won't go behind your back and tell Baby D, so Baby D go tell somebody. I'm going to tell you. And if Baby D hear about it, it'll come from you.
Yes, ma'am.
But whatever I got to say to you, I'm going to say to you. I'm going to say to you. Going fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Being with I got one, well, I love all my nephews. But I got one I especially adore. And that's Denise oldest son, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to name him. I don't care if the rest of them hear this or see this. I'm going to name him. Because he done been, no, it's not in his vocabulary when it comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
He live in, what's that place he live? What is you doing? Go away. It's my time. Go. And he live in Columbia. And in the summertime, I say, hey, baby, we going fishing. He here. Just like that. Stay 2 or 3 days. Just so he can take his ain't tiny fish.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He was doing it every week. Every Friday he was here. Right here. We go fishing. Go in the park, go fish.
That's beautiful.
What really makes me sad is when I see my family not together like we used to be with our parents. They're not together with their parents. My young nephews and nieces and cousins, I just see stuff that I just don't like, you know. And I hope one of these days they'll wake up and see the big picture. Because a lot of us that's here now is not going to be here. They ain't gonna have that. You can come to Ain't Tiny and ask Ain't Tiny this, or you can come and tell Ain't Tiny that, because all the elders gone. And a lot of the ones that's behind us ain't got it. They ain't got the big picture yet. They still thinking young. You know what I'm saying? You 30 years old, but you think like a 15-year-old. That's bad. And I feel sorry for these babies. I really do. I really do, because I done seen so much stuff in the family with these babies. Not being molested, not that, but not being taken care of. We took care of y'all. You know, you didn't want for clothes, you didn't want for food, you didn't want for people to be around you, hug you, you know, kiss you, all of this stuff we did for y'all. Y'all babies ain't getting the same. All them babies getting this, get out of my face. I ain't got time. Go sit down. Go lay down. You're gonna get a whooping. No time. Ain't got no time. And I done seen that out through my family. I don't even talk to some of my nieces about it. You know, these babies gotta grow up one day, and they gonna remember this. You know, you run around here worrying about some man. You need to be worrying about your kids. Education, you know, teaching them respect. They don't even respect you. I done seen that. But they ain't gonna disrespect me. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care if you 35 years old. If you 35 years old, I done changed your diaper.
Yes.
If you 20, I done changed your diaper. If you 1, I done changed your diaper.
Yes, ma'am.
And I done changed a lot of diapers in my day. And ain't near one of my babies. But I did it because I cared. You know. And that's the same way with Mama. You know, Mama had a lot of kids. I was the oldest out of 9. I had to do what I had to do, because she had to work. So I was at home doing her, washing clothes, washing diapers, making sure they get off to school. I had to go to school. You know, I'm 15 years old. I'm watching her baby while she had to work. Kitty was the baby. I was 15. One thing I know, he's there for you. Let me show you how. When I found out Teresa had cancer, Richard had cancer, and who else? Somebody else was sick, and Ronnie was sick. That's when he had got that liver transplant. I made a deal with God. I said, Father, I said, if you save my family, I'll do anything you ask me, and I will. I will. I preach his name wherever I go, or whoever I see. You know, if you don't want to hear it, that's on you, but I'm going to say what I got to say when it comes to God, because I know he's there for you. Richard went to the doctor, and the doctor told him the cancer was gone. Ronnie got his liver. Teresa said, the doctor said her cancer is at a standstill, ain't moved. And she said she's doing a lot better. And I believe it, you know, I believe it. Then I done a lot of things as a child that I shouldn't have did. And I know it's a God, because he done saved my life several times. He done been there for me, because Tanya ain't supposed to be here for some of the stuff I done did. But then all of that, it wasn't because I was a bad person. It was because all the pain that I had endured as a youngster, it just followed me into my, into my teens. And after I got into my teens, I was like, it just didn't matter. I really didn't want to live, really. Because I was hurting just that bad. And I never did, like I said, I never did have anybody to talk to until my Auntie Adine, after everything had come out, Mama had killed, he just messing with you. Mama come out and had killed Bogus and Daddy. I felt a lot better. I could see where I could just, like I was free. I was free, but before then I wasn't free. I was 12 years old. And I didn't know the meaning of it. Will you stop that brownie? I didn't know what freedom was. Because I couldn't have no friends. I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. This wasn't coming from Mama. It was coming from that man. The man that hurt me. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm all right with that or I forgive him, because I don't. I know God say forgive, but that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. And the thing about it was, I thought he was my real father. That's the thing about it. I thought he was my real father. And Adine told me that. He was not my real father. My mama didn't tell me. My auntie told me. And she told me who my real father was, and I finally got to meet him before he died. I think I was 31 years old when I first met him.
Wow. So we know that there is a God, which is amazing. That story is amazing in itself. Like, I never knew any of that. So that's why I'm like, and I know when we watch this video back, you're going to hear me and I, because I just never knew any of that. Right. And I know before this, I just want to thank y'all, because I know this is going to just help so many people, but it's helping me. Hearing y'all's stories make me put things in perspective in my life. And I appreciate it. I really do. So we know that you know about God. What is it that you know about life?
Well, I know one thing I know about life is you got to go for it. You got to go for it. If it's something out there that you want or you want to do or somebody you want to be, you go for it. You don't let nobody hold you back. Because a lot of things held me back. I don't have any kids. I'm supposed to be somebody's secretary or vice president. You know what I'm saying? I had opportunity to do all of that, but I chose my family. It was my family I chose. Cause a lot of people use that, Tanya, you could have did this. You was this and that in school. Yeah, I I was. I pretty good in school. But whenever I looked around, it was always my family. I had to be there for my family. I couldn't just leave them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't leave my mama. I couldn't leave my brothers, my sisters. They needed me. That's where I felt in my heart. And I stayed. I stayed. That's just gonna happen. Ain't nothing you can do to stop death. It's gonna happen. But what you do is prepare yourself for what's on the other side. I know I'm gonna die. Ain't no ifs or buts about it. But I'm trying to stay right and get right with God in order to see my mama and them again. That's all. Because I know they in heaven. Ain't no ifs or buts about that. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. I feel that in my heart. And then, like I said, I seen mama the day that she died. I was asleep. And she come to me in there while I was asleep. And she said, Tiny, I just died. She said, but you got to be strong. And right then and there, Denise come in. She woke me up. And I looked at her. I said, Mama dead, ain't she? She said, yeah, Tiny, Mama just died. I said, I know. I just saw her. She came in there and warned me what was coming my way. And
Take your time, Tiny.
that was the hardest day of my life. That was the hardest day of my life when I lost my mom. Okay, the best advice I was ever given was to through life, make it through life was to be honest, be good, be understanding. I try to be all of that. And it helped me a lot, because I can understand when somebody is hurt or somebody is unhappy. I can tell when most people is unhappy. I can tell when they sad. I can tell when they happy. So I just try to be that. Because like I said, I done had people in my life that was there for me when I needed them. Like my auntie A.D., And when me and Mama used to have our little triples, I'd go down to Aunt May Alice's house. Stay down there a couple of days until Mama cool off. But I wasn't a perfect child, but I blame that all on that man.
Yes, ma'am.
Because after he left the picture and I had my family to myself, I was a lot better.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I became protective of
your family.
So you couldn't just. Do you remember years ago you hearing about people like Chicken and stuff like that grew up around your
yes,
grandma?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They used to love young girls. And we had quite a few of them in our family at the time that was living with us. And these older guys come in here, oh, no. I was just protected. Your mama, Teresa and them, when they were little, they come over there to stay all night, I protect. Kathleen, Manuel and them, they come over, I'm a protector. I tell them, if anybody look at y'all crazy, y'all come to me. Don't go to your mom. Because our mamas was getting asked, playing cards, and dealing with their men. I was there. And I had 20 eyes on these kids. Boys too. It wasn't happening.
No.
It wasn't happening on my watch. I would tell them to pay attention when these older people are talking to you. Listen. Really hear them. See them. Talk to them. Learn from them. So you can pass it on to your kids and your grandkids. That's what I would tell them. Because my grandmother, I listen. You know, I listen. Even though I didn't have no kids of my own, I tried to pass it on to my nephews and my nieces. You know. So, I'm proud of myself. Because I done came a long way. And ain't too many people can say that they proud of themselves, especially with the type of background that happened to me. I was 2. I ain't know nothing. But after he left, strongest thing God put on this earth. Right here.
I love that.
Right here. I came from being an abused kid to an abused teenager to a strong woman. You know, and if anybody need me or want to be with me or want to come see me or talk to me, I'm going to be here. And I'm going to be strong for them too. Ain't no weakness in me no more. That's done. Only thing that make me weak now is when I lose my family. That's what make me weak. My family. That's my weakness. That's my kryptonite. Because without my family, I ain't got nobody. You know. They might not see it like that. A lot of them might not see it like that, but I know it's a lot of them that love me too. Quite a few of them. So I don't worry about the ones that don't love me. I worry about the ones that do. And I got quite a few of them.
That's beautiful.
Well, to be honest with you, I have never had a white person call me a nigger. I ain't never had a white person get in my face, period. So the only thing I can say is I'm going off of how it is now. But as far as me being confronted directly, it didn't happen with me. But I know it happened with other people. You know. So I couldn't tell you too much about that. I'm not going to sit here and lie. She was here. That's what I want them to know. I was here, you know. And I done left my mark all out through the family. So I ain't worried about that. I know people gonna let them know I was here.
Love that answer.
The ones that love me gonna let them know that Tiny was here. She was real. My mom, then my grandmother, then all my aunties, uncles, then my cousins. That I was a good person, you know, and all of my life I tried to help people, not hurt them, but help them. But sometimes I would have to be kind of rough with them, with my words. But I'm being honest with you. If you want me to lie to you, I'll lie to you if that's what you want. If you're going to feel better with me lying. But I'm not that type of person. I believe in telling the truth when it comes to family. Family. We family. What I'm going to lie to you for? You know. Just like I was saying, you know, through the years, you might find families getting into it. But you my family, you my family. Well, he started it. No, he started. Who started it, Tiny? You did. I'm telling the truth. You started it.
Yes, ma'am.
And he just kicked in on it because you started with him. They don't like that. They don't like that, but do you think I care? I'm going to be honest one way or another.
Who gonna check you?
Nobody. There's only one person gonna check me, and that's God. And he know I'm doing the right thing, so I ain't even worried about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, what I want to end with is, with my family, this is from all my family, y'all need to start loving on each other. Stop hating, stop backstabbing, and be for real. And be honest. You know, if you feel like something ain't right, one of the family did something wrong, and they want you to lie, don't do it. Tell the truth. Because we all family. That's been my problem. I tell the truth. Y'all get mad, but I don't care. Be honest. That's all I got to do. Be honest. And love on your family. That's it.
Amen. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing what one person can endure and how they can overcome and how their story can transcend time and space, in some way find itself back to us in our own personal story? I want to thank you, Aunt Tiny, for being that open and that transparent. I want to thank you for reminding us that we need to be honest, open, and we need to love each other as a family again and love on the children again. Your story about molestation and overcoming hardships and losing people that you love is endearing and touching to the heart. We thank you. We thank you for your story. We thank you for your brilliance, but most importantly, we thank you for your message. This is another episode of Interviews with the Elders. I am your host, Sir Ervin Williams, and I want you all to come back next episode when we will be interviewing Aunt Rose. Thank you so much, Aunt Tiny, for everything you do, and remind you that we love you.
If you want more information about Interviews with the Elders hosted by Sir Ervin Williams, please make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you share and have these amazing conversations with people in your own family. Click the subscribe button and help us continue this kind of positive content. Peace.